Brought to you by Giant, the quality food people, and by the Pants Corrals. The Pants Corrals and Levi's. They go together with the way you like to look, the way you like to live. The Pants Corrals in Washington, Baltimore, Richmond, and Salisbury.
Oh, why did you stop? Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome to our show. Now, let's meet the teams competing today. It's a very important playoff match. The winner today goes on to a semifinal later in the season. First team in Baltimore to win 4 games in a row is the city champ. This is a big one. Welcome again, the team from Andover. They have 20 points on the board. Here are Thomas Hughes, Michael Burns, Ann Hackman, and their faculty scorekeeper, Mr. John Fleming. That's Andover in Linthicum in Anne Arundel County. Give everybody the name plug. Team number 2 has 40 points up there so far. This is Loch Raven in Baltimore County. Here again are Bill Guzik, Bill Vanko, Kevin O'Shea, and their faculty scorekeeper, Mrs. Patsy Stevenson. Team number 3 is from Edgewood High School. Back here again, they have 10 points on the board so far. Here are Darrell Pape, Darrell Coleman, Dave Jalefka, and their faculty scorekeeper, Mrs. Gladys Brass. And now we're going to take care of you. Before we get into round number 1, we're going to continue the 3-clue contest for you at home. It's a chance to join in on the quiz and win $100 in prizes every week. Here's how it goes. During the show, I'll give you 3 different clues for the same answer. Now, if you have the right answer, you put it on a postcard, send it along with your own name and address, and you might win a first prize certificate worth $50, a second prize worth $25, or one of 5 $5 certificates. These prizes are redeemable at any Giant food store or Pants Corral. Food, clothing, the whole thing. There will be 7 winners each week drawn at random from correct answers received. So let's begin the contest. Here's the first of your 3 clues. First president of France's 5th Republic. What is that tittering I hear in the audience? If you know it, just write it down. That's all there is to it. All entries must be received by next Wednesday. Should be sent to its academic contest. Box 4827, Baltimore, 21211. I'll repeat that address later and give you some more clues also later. Now, to round number 1, each question in this playoff game is worth 20 points. If you see the lights below the team's name go on in a row, it'll show they had 10 questions in a row answered correctly, a bonus of 25 points. So it is Andover's turn. Loch Raven selected.
Number 7, please.
Here you are, Tom, Michael, and Ann. Iceland's faithful visitors can see what same spectacular natural phenomena that in the U.S. is epitomized by Yellowstone's Old Faithful.
Geyser.
Right. Stars and crescents appear on the flags of many countries, but what neighboring country has a maple leaf emblazoned?
Canada.
Yes. Although he was no hermit, what great wizard was shut up in a hermetically sealed crystal cave?
Merlin.
That's right. Check your monitor. Simplify the expression.
Why 2 squared?
That's right, or 4 is the right answer. Bird watchers sighting a skylark might exclaim, "Hail to thee, blithe spirit," echoing an ode by what English poet who's often linked with Byron and Keats?
Wordsworth.
Shelley. No, too late, says you. No points. Choice, some atomic particles are highly unstable. Which of the following particles has an extremely short half-life? The photon, the pi meson, or the electron?
Pi meson.
Right. Newspaper headline reading, "Mother finds kidnapped daughter in underworld," would have indicated that what mythical grain goddess had found her Persephone? Have you got it?
Pass.
Ceres or Demeter. If your score, Andover, 120 after your part of the run. Turn to Loch Raven. Darrell?
C.
Which one?
3.
3, okay. Bill, and Kevin are at bat now. Columbus' discovery of America gave Europeans food for thought and certain New World Indians food for dinner, since they practiced what unsavory custom?
Cannibalism.
Oh, yes. The Greek muse Euterpe inspired lyric poetry, but her sister Calliope must have blessed the epic efforts of what Greek poet responsible for the Iliad?
Homer.
Yes. If you were a cappella in Acapulco, you'd be singing without maracas. And what country noted for its mariachi?
Mexico.
That's right. Monitor now. In the right triangle, angle A is 1/2 of angle B. What does angle A's measure in degrees?
30.
Right. Willa Cather wrote, "Death comes for the Archbishop," but death comes for what kind of businessman? And the title of a play.
Salesman.
Yeah. Choice, when 2 dry cell batteries are connected in parallel, which of the following is increased? The voltage, amperage, or potential energy?
Amperage.
Right. You'll find a charming girl named Gretel in a fairy tale, but a monster named Grendel in what old...
Beowulf.
That's right. The Smith family finds that it uses 3 loaves of bread in 2 weeks. At that rate, how many loaves will it use in 52 weeks?
156.
78 is the answer. Loch Raven, 180. You got it there. All right. Edgewood. So Andover. Michael. All right, Michael, right up here, please.
2.
All right. Here you're Darrell, and Dave. We got Bill, and Kevin. Now Darrell, Dave. When Alexander Pope wrote about Galileo's eyes, he referred to what long-range optical instrument through which
Telescope.
Right. The 3 bears might feel right at home in today's bearish market on what street?
Wall Street.
Yeah, Wall. America's Liberty ships once topped the waves, but today you can take the Liberty tubes under a river in what's second largest Pennsylvania city.
Pittsburgh.
Right. Monitor choice a certain baseball team won X games, lost Y. Which of the expressions on the monitor shows the fraction of games won, A, B, or C?
A.
C is the answer, no points. Plato's Republic mentions the city-states of ancient Greece, but the fragmented condition of what medieval nation is the topic of The Prince by Machiavelli.
Italy.
Right. Choice, when a beam of light passes through a prism, it is bent as it emerges from the prism. Is this bending of light
Refraction.
called refraction? Modern surveillance methods are more sophisticated, but Juno spied on Jupiter by employing Argus, whose many eyes ended up in the plumage of what colorful bird?
Peacock.
That's right, a fond memory on NBC. What is the mean proportional between 2 and 18? Give only the positive value.
1 to 9.
6 is the answer, no points. Edgewood score 130, the end of round number 1. All right, ladies. Yes. Each year on its academic giant awards more than 100 scholarships to help deserving students continue their educations. At the end of today's show, 3 guests from Giant, and I told you smile now, I'll send you to the warehouse at Jessup. Here's Claudine Robertson, all right, Claudine. Ruth Sykes, that's it, Ruth, and Sharon Glotfeldy will present awards to our 3 high schools. Since this is an important playoff match, the scholarships will total $1,000. The winning school will receive $500 and each of the other schools $250. During the course of this season, awards to Baltimore area schools will come to $29,000. Giant Food never selects the individual recipients, leaves that choice in the distribution of the scholarship funds to the high schools, and they take care of it through their regular channels. Now, before we proceed into our visual round, let's update the scores from the previous round. Andover 120, Loch Raven 180, Edgewood 130. Some more fun for you at home. Since this is a playoff match, we're going to have a special round, all visual questions except for 1 sound question, and each question answered correctly worth 10 points, 10 down for a wrong answer. It's a free-for-all round, beginning now. Having a wingspread of 10 feet and capable of flying at 80 miles an hour is what bird of prey, a South American species? All right, Andover.
Condor.
That's right. Next, one of the rock formations in Natural Bridges National Monument, a park in what western... All right,
Utah.
Utah is right. By rearranging the letters in this word, you can name what...
Lear.
Loch Raven, louder.
Lear.
Lear. King Lear is right. Now listen to the music, please. Here we go with some music. That is Verdi's Aida, an opera commissioned for the opening of what canal?
Suez.
Suez Canal. Next, what longest Chinese river, which unlike Loch Raven, louder.
Wang Ho.
The Yangtze, I want. It's 10 points down. Next, Lewis Carroll's Alice talking to what twins?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum is right. Proving that not all penguins are native to the South Pole. Galapagos Island penguins nest along what warm weather line? Loch Raven. That's right, equator. Although this painting shows a cotton harvest in Tennessee, the state's leading cash crop is what sort of protein-rich bean? Edgewood. Soybean. Next, the Santa Elena Canyon, a rift carved by what river that separates Texas from Mexico? Edgewood.
Rio Grande.
Yeah. Color and composition identify it as the work of Cézanne. He portrays some scrawny examples of what spreading tree and...
Chestnut.
That's right, you got it. That's the end of the visual round. All right, ladies, it's your turn now. 1, 2, 3, go. Go! Yes, by all means, do it.
What do we get? Victory! Louder victory! Louder victory! What do we want? Victory! What do we get? Victory! Louder victory! Louder victory!
The Pence Corral and Levi's, we go together. The Pence Corral and Levi's, we go together. Like the summer goes with fun,
and rainbows go with sun.
Santa goes with toys.
Corral and Levi's jeans. They go together with the way you like to look, the way you like to live. Levi's jeans from the Pants Corral.
Thanks very much, everybody. Now, since this is a playoff, I want to give you a chance to meet the young people competing today, and we welcome team number 1, Andover, in Linthicum, in Anne Arundel County. Here first is Thomas Hughes. All right, Tom.
Well, I'm 17. I'm a senior at Andover High School, and I'd like to go to either the University of Virginia or Penn State.
And what will you do there? What will you major in?
I'm not really sure right now.
All right, Thomas, good luck to you. Here's the middleman, the captain, Michael Burns.
I'm 17, a senior at Andover High School, president of the Student Senate, vice president of our Thespian Society. I hope to go on to Towson State and major in American Studies.
Now, what's one of the productions you have at Andover?
The Andersonville trial.
When is it on? Because we're in April now.
Well, it was back in...
Wasn't it sensational?
It was great.
It was terrific. All right, thank you, Mike. Ann Hackman. Here's Ann.
I'm Ann Hackman, 17, senior at Andover High School. I'm president of the National Honor Society and Andover's National Merit semifinalist. I plan to go to Western Maryland and major in pre-med.
Well, that's great. You're all going to stay here in Maryland. That's most of you. Anyway, thank you very much. Tom, Michael, and Ann from Andover. Very nice. Loch Raven in Baltimore County. Here first is Bill Guzik. All right, Bill.
I'm 17, a senior at Loch Raven. I'm president of senior class, member of the Honor Society, and editor of Spyglass. I hope to go to Brown University and major in pre-law.
Boy, we got some heavy hitters on this team, haven't we? Thank you, Bill, very much. Here's another Bill, Bill Vanko.
I'm 17, a senior at Loch Raven. I'm president of the Honor Society, and I hope to go to college next year and study zoology.
All right, and anchoring the Loch Raven team, Kevin O'Shea. All right, me bye. Tell us about yourself.
I'm 17, a senior. I'm not the president of anything.
The Irish Club. Go ahead.
I plan on going to University of Maryland. I'm not sure of studies yet.
Okay, you're going to straight out lefty with Drizel, huh? Give him some ulcer pills. Thank you, fellas. Kevin, Bill, and Bill. And team number 3 in Harford County, Maryland, Edgewood High. Here first is Darrell Pape.
I'm 17, a senior, and I plan to go to the University of Maryland and major in chemistry.
That's putting it right on the line. We need you in Washington. You say things so clearly. Thank you, Darrell. Here's another Darrell, Darrell Coleman, the captain.
I'm 17, I'm a senior, member of National Honor Society, and I don't know where I'm going to go to college yet.
We need you in Washington, too. Here's the anchor man of the entire group, Dave Jalufka. Dave?
I'm 16, a junior, and I plan to go to Georgia Tech and major in nuclear engineering.
All right, we got it. Wrapped it right up. Edgewood, that's it. Great. All right, I want to take care of you now before we get to the score update. I'm going to give you another clue in today's 3-clue contest. Remember, you're going for gift certificates from Giant Food and a Pants Corral. First one, first president of France's Fifth Republic. Here's the second clue. His party's emblem was the Cross of Lorraine. All right, think about that. I'll give you the final clue and the address again later in the program. Now, updating the scores before we get into round number 3. Andover, 140. Loch Raven, 210. Edgewood, 160. Round 3, we pump it up to 20 points for each correct answer. That's right, isn't it? 20 points for each correct answer. 20 down for a wrong answer. 10 off for a past question. So, Andover, it's your turn. Loch Raven, select.
Number 4, please.
All right. Penalty round, remember here, for passing or missing. You'd enjoy Gilbert and Sullivan on stage, but you'd find Micronesia's Gilbert and Solomon Island groups in which one of the world's major oceans?
Pacific.
Right. People trying to sleep may count sheep, but those trying to shed some pounds count what units of heat?
Calories.
That's right. While an astronautical history would record Neil Armstrong's achievements, an argonautical history...
Jason.
That's right, sure. Listen to the music now. Here's a chance for it.
I love the story in your love song.
Make love to your mind. An amorous idea expressed by what singer whose biggest hit was Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone?
Pass.
All right, 10 down. Don't bring that back. Bill Withers from West Virginia was the man who did that. Just before the Civil War, a slave named William Jones was freed by his master. What Union commander who became our 18th president?
Grant.
Yes. Musician Walter Damrosch went from bad to verse when he wrote an unsuccessful opera based on what verse play about a big-nosed French knight?
Cyrano de Bergerac?
Yes, choice. The halogens all tend to gain electrons during chemical reactions. This property would classify the halogens as being oxidizing agents, bleaching agents, or reducing agents.
Reducing agent?
Oxidizing. It's 20 down there. What is the sum of all of the divisors of 12, including 1 and 12?
Pass. Pass.
All right, 10 off there. Had Amherst been founded as a co-ed college, its students might have included the daughter of the college treasurer, a poetess whose works include I'm Nobody, Who Are You?
Dickinson?
That's right. Mannheim is a city in Germany, but General Mannerheim was the leader of what Scandinavian nation that
Finland.
no, say it again.
Finland.
That's right, you got it. Okay, now pass question, Loch Raven.
21.
28 is the answer to the pass question, 20 down. Andover scored 240 after 20. Loch Raven is up now, so Edgewood select 5. Okay, got it. Darrell, Bill, and Kevin. The constellation Scorpio is always in danger because an arrow is aimed at him from what nearby archer of the zodiac?
Sagittarius.
Yes. A mother might think twice about naming her son Casey because baseball's Casey struck out and Casey Jones met what fate on the Cannonball Express?
Train wreck. Train wreck.
Well, death is right. The peace treaty of Ghent was signed in what old Washington house whose name means eight-sided?
Octagon.
Right. Listen to the music, man.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in
Wake Up Everybody, performed by Harold Melvin. What backup group?
Blue Notes.
That's right. Mexican war troops cried, "Remember the Alamo," but Union soldiers in the Civil War sang about what abolitionist whose body lies a
John Brown.
Yeah. Of Mice and Men is a novella by John Steinbeck, but he squeaked that title out of a poem by what 18th century Scottish writer?
Pass.
10 off there. Choice, a marked change in structure of a creature during its growth, as the change from larvae to pupae to adult in insects is called metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
That's right. If the stairs of a staircase are each 16 inches high and the staircase has 15 stairs, how many feet high is the staircase?
Pass.
10, well, which one do you say?
20.
All right, that's got it. Louisiana was given that name by what 17th century French explorer, first to travel down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico?
DeSoto.
LaSalle, 20 down there. W.C. Fields borrowed the phrase, never give a sucker an even break. There's a lot more to that. I'm sure you don't want it. The past question light is Andover.
Robert Burns.
Burns is right. Loch Raven, 300 after you're part of the round. 300. Edgewood. Andover. Which one? One or 6? 1. All right, it's Darrell, and Dave at it. Among mythological monsters, neither Hydra nor Cerberus would have feared the guillotine because each had an excessive number of
Heads.
That's right. Perhaps because desert tribesmen so value oases, the Islamic color of the prophet is what shade associated with green. It would take a percolator holding 30,000 cups of coffee to meet the daily demand by workers in what large...
Pentagon.
That's right. Listen to the music, men. Here you are. Slide across the dance floor to Slip Away, a new song by what year-round pop group whose lead singer was Frankie Valli?
Four Seasons.
Right. Choice, if an optic space involves the sense of sight, then an olfactory space would be its analog smell. In real life, we may meet many a sourpuss, but what disappearing pussycat is always smiling in the story?
Cheshire Cat.
Cheshire. A Greek phrase meaning nowhere or no place gives us the name of what perfect nation described in a 16th century political romance by Thomas More.
Utopia.
Yeah. The Earth makes a complete revolution in 24 hours. Through how many degrees does it turn in 2 hours?
Pass.
All right, 10 down. What travel-oriented American dramatist wrote Bound East for Cardiff near the beginning of his career and A Long Day's Journey into Night near the end? You passing?
Pass.
All right, 10 down. No, don't ring that bell yet. Perhaps emboldened by the adventure of his three musketeers, French author Alexandre Dumas joined the campaign of what storied Italian patriot whose troops were called Red Shirts? Chance to answer or pass?
Pass.
All right, 10 down. Now, light up first is Andover. Which one?
Eugene O'Neill, the last
That's right. Okay, now Loch Raven.
30.
30 degrees the math answer. Now what about that last one? Garibaldi, the answer to the last one. Edgewood scored 270, the end of round number 3. All right, before we get into our grab bag free-for-all, let's update the scores from that previous round. See where it is. Andover 280, Loch Raven 320, Edgewood 270. It's close. Free-for-all time now here again. This is a grab bag free-for-all. The team which is behind can catch up. Each question with a correct answer attached is worth 20 points to the team. 20 down for a wrong answer. And I acknowledge the team whose light is on first. Put that light on, you have to give me an answer. If Giovanni Verrazzano returned today, he would find a suspension bridge in Loch Raven. I want Brooklyn, specifically Brooklyn, 20 down. What borough used to have the Dodgers? 20 down. We use the initials GA to abbreviate the state of Georgia. But in the UN, these letters abbreviate the name of what all-member body? Who has Edgewood?
United Nations.
General Assembly is what I wanted. 20 down there. 20 down. Martin Luther preached against church corruption. But plant graft was practiced by what other Luther, a botanist, Edgewood?
Burbank.
Right. When a congressman hires a family member to serve on his staff, he's sometimes accused of what practice?
Nepotism.
Nepotism. The cartoon chipmunk Alvin sang for his supper, but performers with today's Alvin Ailey troupe practice what other rhythmic art that keeps them on their toes?
Ballet.
That's right. Oh, Henry called New York City Baghdad on the subway, but the original Baghdad is situated on what famous river? Andover.
Tigris.
Right. Several English words contain all the vowels, but of these words, which is an edible vegetable whose head describes a boxer's ear? Deformed.
Cauliflower.
Yeah, right. The choice, the RH factor of human blood was so named. All right,
Rhesus
Edgewood.
monkey.
Rhesus, yes. At the end of the War of the Spanish Succession in 1713, Spain ceded to England the Mediterranean island of Minorca and what other important naval Andover?
Gibraltar.
Right. A square has an area of 8. What is the length of a diagonal? Loch,
8 times square root 2.
4 is the answer. 20 points down. When he became president in 1961, John F. Kennedy was 43 years old, which was how many years over the constitutional age? Loch,
7.
8. 35. 20 down. Paris is famous for its underground sewers, but for what intricate underground passages used by early Christian?
Catacombs.
Edgewood. Catacomb. 1857 was loaded with surprises for Nevada when silver was discovered in what fabulous lode Edgewood?
Comstock.
That's right. Perhaps the first army to grant women equal rank and authority with men was what religious band founded in 1860? Edgewood.
Salvation Army.
Yes. Most ghosts come at Halloween, but the ghost of what business partner appears? Andover.
Marley.
Marley. Though Huck Finn plied the Mississippi, his adventures were written down by Mark Twain. Loch,
Missouri.
when he lived beside the Connecticut, 20 down. Canada's Parry Islands were thrust into the limelight in 1954 when they were renamed to honor what British monarch crowned the previous year. Andover.
Elizabeth I.
The second. You should have said, oh no, 20 down there. Elizabeth II. Choice, which one of the following energy conversions is performed by an electric motor? Mechanical to electrical. That, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the game.
The Pence Corral and Levi's, we go together. The Pence Corral and Levi's, we go together.
The Pants Corral and Levi's Panatella Sportswear. They go together. Casual coordinates for the man who cares about being well-dressed, whatever he's doing. Levi's Panatella Sportswear from the Pants Corral.
The Pence Corral and Levi's, we go together. The Pence Corral and Levi's, we go together.
The Pants Corral and Levi's jeans. They go together with the way you like to look, the way you like to live. Levi's jeans from the Pants Corral.
Thank you very much, everybody. Now, before we present tonight's scholarship awards, I want to give you the third clue in the 3-clue contest. Remember, you're going for gift certificates. Here it is, clue number 3. Caricatures show his general's hat and large nose. Now, who is that person? Remember to mail your entries to It's Academic Contest, Box 4827, Baltimore 21211. Now, here are the results of last week's 3-clue contest.
Right, Mac. Last week's answer was Shirley Temple, or as she is now known, Shirley Temple Black. The winner of our first place prize, a $50 gift certificate from Giant Foods, is Thomas H. Klein, Sr. of Glen Burnie. Our second place winner of a $25 gift certificate is Mrs. Joseph L. Fusco of Baltimore. And our 5 third place winners of $5 Giant Food gift certificates are John K. Weeb, Mrs. C. Brady Longest, Mrs. Peter L. Antolini, Geraldine Gentry, and B. A. McDonald.
Thank you very much, everybody. Now, as the guests of Giant take their places to present the awards, remind you that Giant never selects the individual recipient of that award, but leaves that choice and the distribution of this money to the high schools. Let's proceed. What a great match today. Thanks to the excellent team from Loch Raven in Baltimore County, 260 points, a scholarship for $250, presented by Sharon Glotfelty from the Giant at Loch Raven Boulevard in Towson. Thank you, Bill, and Kevin, for a great show. Great team. Now, the excellent team in Linthicum, Andover, has 320 points, another scholarship for $250, presented by Ruth Sykes. Check her at the Giant on North Ritchie Highway in Glen Burnie. Yeah, go ahead. Now, here is our winning score in Harford County, Maryland. Edgewood High, 390 points. Scholarship for $500, presented by Claudine Robertson from the Giant in Edgewater Village in Edgewood, Maryland. So this means our winning team, Edgewood, Daryl, and Dave, will be back later in the season in a semifinal match. Next week, Archbishop Keogh, Middletown, and Dundalk meet. I'm Mac McGarry. So long, Fritz Academics. So long, everybody.
Tune in again next week for It's Academic, brought to you by Giant, the quality food people, and by the Pants Corrals. The Pants Corrals and Levi's, they go together with the way you like to look, the way you like to live. The Pants Corrals in Washington, Baltimore, Richmond, and Salisbury.